So I grabbed this story this past week, and it was, how shall I put it? It's like serving me up a big beach ball, whack, to smack out of the park. This is the headline. This was off CNBC, the worldwide leader. How the climate crisis will affect the U.S. economy. Top economists, Jeffrey Sachs, Nouriel Roubini, and Mark Zandi discuss. Top economists. Again, think top economists, top men. We got top men working on it right now. Yeah, little Raiders of the Lost Ark. As the climate crisis continues to pose a global threat, top economists are debating its effect on the U.S. economy. And then they go to Mark Zandi. Mark Zandi, on all the time. He's on CNBC all the time. He was an economist for the Biden administration. He was an economist for Hillary Clinton. I did a little bit of work for George W. Bush as well. Stephen Moore put it this way: there has been no economist over the past 20 years that has been more consistently wrong than Mark Zandi. He keeps predicting that more and more government spending causes more growth. It's this extreme Keynesian model that has been proven incorrect over and over. And again, you can go through and look at his predictions if you don't believe me. 2016, he projected that Trump's proposals would create a massive recession and millions of jobs lost. I go on and on and on, all of the things that Zandi has predicted. Now, I guess he's a top economist based upon his appearances on TV. He's a regular, all the business networks out there. Got to go to Mark Zandi. Okay. Yeah, he says the physical risks are going to be the biggest economic cost over the next 10 to 20 years caused by natural disasters. Natural disasters. Again, ever been to Pompeii and Santorini and places? I mean, there's been natural disasters have been happening for quite some time, Mark, and he says they're going to be occurring with greater frequencies. This is an economist. You know this how? You know this how? You don't. You don't have a clue. These people with the weather. We were supposed to get walloped here in the Northeast with snow this winter. Did we get walloped? No. No. Did other areas of the country get walloped? Yes. Yes. You're making predictions which are just ridiculous. Then they got Jeffrey Sachs. He's an economics professor at Columbia, but he tends to wade into the geopolitical stuff. He is a buddy with Bono there, and he's concerned about, and actually he makes a point. So how in the world, a whole world could get a clean energy system? He said, even if the United States does it, others can't do it. Doesn't stop the world crisis. Again, if you believe that there is a world crisis. No, again, this is why we could go as green as we want to go. We are as green as you want to go. We could start burning our own shit, for crying out loud, and it ain't gonna matter. Then you got Robert Reich. Yes, the little guy, Robert Reich. I don't know, even know what he teaches out there at Berkeley. He was the labor secretary under Clinton. And he's complaining that all these countries around the globe don't have the wealth to invest into a transition to green energy. It's the poorest countries that are having the most difficulty. That's how he talks. It's the poorest countries that have the most difficulty adjusting. No kidding. And they're not going to adjust. And then you get a favorite of mine. This guy is always wrong and he's always on. This guy, Nouriel Roubini, the stopwatch of economics. Yes, he is an economics and international business professor at New York University. Has Nouriel Roubini, again, international business professor, have you ever worked in a business? No, doesn't matter. They call him Dr. Doom. He's got that thick accent. And he, again, during the financial, he was kind of famous because he would throw these crazy, swanky parties there in Manhattan all the time. Again, I kind of, getting his bona fides so he could appear on more programs out there. Nouriel Roubini. Again, you got to take a look at this guy and his predictions and his economic forecasts. Awful. Again, he's like some sort of like shaman, for crying out loud. He's just like hyper caffeinated points that he makes. Again, he's great for TV. He's great for TV. Yeah, he dresses the right way. He looks like an eccentric. He's got a thick accent, and he predicts that the world is going to end. And again, he even gets credit for predicting things that he didn't predict because they want it that way. He's a character for television. He didn't predict the financial crisis, even though he claims that he did. And then he goes on, all of these things that he has predicted that were going to happen, all of these pronouncements. I mean, if you listen to him and you invested listening to Nouriel Roubini and what he predicted, you lost a lot of money. But again, that does, these guys are now qualified. They're not even good at what they do, but they're going to tell us how everything is going to work as far as global warming and the economy is concerned. Anyway, WatchDog on WallStreet.com.